So this journey really means a lot.
It really does. The more I go into Miss Earth, the more I felt like it was meant to be.
So anong sabi ng, curious ako sa sabi ng mommy mo. Tinawagan ka ba niya?
Yes! She was like, why did you lock your foot? Because I did stumble, but I'm 23, but I still miss my mom. Is that bad? I might cry, but sorry. I miss my parents so much. They've taught me to be grateful for everything given to me and give back.
It's been raining in Manila.
Yes. Not stopping, is it?
This is not your first time in the Philippines, right?
It's not. So I'm very grateful that my parents are gracious enough to allow me and my siblings to at least come every year. We try and go around, unfortunately, around the peak seasons, Christmas and New Year's, but we like to spend time with family then. So I just feel close to home whenever we come back. So I'm very grateful to be here.
Welcome back. So, but which province yung roots ninyo here in the Philippines?
So we come from Pangasinan po, but specifically right now we're living in Mapandan, Pangasinan. That's where our houses are. So we try and go back every time there. Pangasinan is where 100 Islands are, the falls. We try and visit those areas as well. But we normally come back to go to the islands. I'm sure many tourists do, so I don't blame them, no.
You are representing the Filipino community of England, United Kingdom. So what inspired you to represent the Filipino community of the United Kingdom in Miss Philippines Earth?
That's a good question, actually. I did leave young from the Philippines to the UK. I left when I was 3, and we stationed there since maybe 10 years old. And from there, we were just living there since now, actually. What really inspired me is just simply seeing the life there and how my Vietnamese auntie, who has land there, was able to grow and self-sustain herself without having to buy groceries. She was able to grow her own food and eat from her garden. Funny thing is, she was able to grow kangkong and ampalaya there, which I didn't know was possible considering the atmosphere and the environment there. But by having something like that seen in the United Kingdom, I was like, wow, maybe I can do that. And that's what I pursued through this pageant, to focus on sustainable farming and encourage self-sufficiency, not just people in the UK, in the Philippines too, because it's quite needed here, I think. Yeah.
And it's a good platform, an excellent platform rather, to showcase your advocacy or any of your purpose. And we will touch on that in just a short while. But of course, the fans would like to get to know more about you. Prior to joining Miss Philippines Earth, anong pinagkakabisihan ni Keren?
Me personally, what did I do before Miss Earth? I did join a pageant in England to first start my pageant journey. However, it was not my plan to go through pageantry. What actually happened, it was my mum's doing. It was totally my mum's pride and joy to join me in a pageant. And what she did, she signed me up to a pageant without telling me, and only told me when I got accepted. So that's my, I guess, starting point. She really is a woman that pushes me beyond my limits, but is well knowing that I can do it. So I wouldn't be here without her pushing me to get here.
But even prior to joining pageants, you were already modeling, is that right?
Yes, that's correct. So I did try out some catalog modeling and runway modeling. It was something I was quite passionate about. Actually, I'm more comfortable in front of the camera than a bunch of people, to be honest, yes. But it's addictive. Pageantry is definitely addictive with the experiences and the people you meet. I just want to experience more. That's something that I'm very passionate about and willing to go through. There's so many hectic things that have happened already, but I'm just enjoying the journey and I'm just so happy.
So Keren, let's just set the record straight. Nakakapag-Tagalog at nakakaintindi ka ng Tagalog.
Yes,
Correct?
Tagalog all the way.
Which brings me to my next question, because of course, since you're living in the United Kingdom,
Yes.
so the fans would like to know, how did you stay connected with your Filipino roots?
I'm very grateful to my parents actually. They were able to instill in me and my siblings the culture and the language, even going to even living in England. They taught us Tagalog since young, and they were able to speak to us and communicate with us at home, however, in Tagalog, and then we would learn English outside of the house. Most importantly, when they were telling us off, but they would only speak in Tagalog because that was how they were able to express themselves. And if my mom's mad, you can tell when she switches from English to Tagalog. So I think that's one way I was instilled with my culture. And again, we were able to come back every year. And I'm just so grateful to my parents that they were able to do that for me, to be instilled with my culture and my family still. I'm still able to talk to my aunties and uncles, the ones who don't know English. So I'm very grateful for that.
But you were born here, and
Yes, I was born here in Pangasinan, but moved when I was young. But we came back regularly.
mhm. And the entire family is now based in United Kingdom.
My intermediate family, yes, I do have family in America, of course in the Philippines. We're quite spread out actually, so multicultural.
Mhm. So then, Karen, what does being Filipino mean to you, especially as someone raised in a different culture? Because of course you've spent most of your lifetime in or living abroad.
I do appreciate the Philippines being so family orientated and very welcoming. Their joy and their faces every time a foreigner comes to the Philippines, it's so welcoming, and I just appreciate my culture being in that way. I wouldn't have it any other way for sure. It's something that I feel deep in my heart that I'm so happy to be Filipino. I love being a Filipina, and I love the Philippines so much, and I just can't wait for other people to know about the Philippines and what it has to offer.
The living conditions in the United Kingdom is much different than how you find the living
Yes.
conditions here in the Philippines,
Yes.
especially when it comes to environmental concerns or environmental situations. So, how do you integrate first your environmental advocacy into your daily life in the UK muna?
I do self practices with my advocacy, being self-sufficiency and sustainable farming. I do visit my Vietnamese auntie, who owns the farm and of course attends to her farm. And I do have some planting experience myself. Before I left, I did try. No, I succeeded in planting mint and sweet potato. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and I feel like when I'm older, I'll just continue to grow a garden full of greenery and vegetables. It's something that I dream of, and I feel like people in the Philippines dream of that too. They just want to self-survive and be able to grow their own foods. That is one of my parents' dreams actually. When my dad found out I was joining Miss Earth, he was like, "Oh my goodness, we can portray this in a way that many Filipinos want, because all Filipinos want to be exact is to live off the land of the Philippines, and that's something we want to portray in through this pageant, of course. Yes.
And even bringing best practices, environmental best practices that you've observed abroad and going here to the Philippines. How do you find the environmental situation different here in the Philippines and abroad?
Definitely very different. If I were to state a couple of things, the weather is very different, but there we get little rain and little sunshine, so we're quite limited on what we can grow. So importing goods is something that we can't really live without. As well as in the Philippines, we have so much land, and the soil is so rich, and anything you plant in the Philippines, to be honest, can grow on its own, and it's just so overwhelming that not many people would know that and make use of that, take advantage of that. In England, we have also laws in state to protect the environment and protect waste. So, for example, plastic bag usage is penalized, so you either get charged or you bring your own to groceries to use. Here, I think you're starting to implement that, which I see, and it's so enjoyable that the Philippines is becoming more aware, and I feel like we can just flourish by taking from different countries what they're benefiting from. And I feel like if the Philippines are able to do that, then they can flourish as well.
Correct. So, what's the most eye-opening part of your Miss Philippines Earth journey so far? So, it started with, of course, your journey started back in your pageant in United Kingdom. What's the most eye-opening part of your journey so far?
I feel like the other girls would agree with me, but we have limitations, but we are physically and mentally and emotionally drained at times, but it's all within the process. It's the work that is worth it whenever we see the children's faces, when we go on school tours, whenever we make a difference in planting a tree that will eventually make use of the people who are able to harvest it in the end. And something like that just makes my heart throb, and in a way that's wouldn't be exactly something I could have achieved if I didn't join a pageant such as this. And I just applaud Miss Earth Philippines to enable me to experience these types of things, and I just can't wait to learn more and grow more with the pageant.
Speaking of learning, what has been your biggest takeaway so far?
I think just being more socially aware about the environment, for sure. There's so many more things that people don't understand and not willing to understand as well. And I feel like I've learned so much in the seminars that we've gone through Miss Earth. We went to SunSmart previously, and I've learned so much about the use of electricity and how we can make use of the sun in the Philippines. The sun is very lively here. It's very beaming. It's very rich, and it can provide so much power to the Philippines if we make use of the energy it provides. Such things like that. I've learned so much, and I just can't wait to learn more. I do love learning. I don't like doing one thing at a time. I'm quite a workaholic. I think I get that from my mom.
So what I'm getting from our conversation so far is that it's really about making people aware of the kind of environment and how we can nourish the environment here in the Philippines. Because as you mentioned, mas masarap maging plantita here.
Why not? The Philippines is already giving us the opportunities to do so. So why not take advantage of it? It's right there. The earth already provides what we need: food, water, shelter. So I feel like we should make use of it. It's something that's so easy to do.
You mentioned earlier, Karen, that it was actually your mom who initiated in signing up for the pageant. Who's your biggest inspiration? I mean, of course, I know there's a lot. There's big influence coming from your mom, but aside from her.
Aside from her, but it would be my parents. So both my mom and my dad, they have different aspects of how to handle me in a way. My mom is more on pushing me and giving me a hard time so that no one else can do the same. So she's very hard on me. However, my dad is more nourishing. Even I feel like they've switched places. My dad is more nourishing. He is a pastor pot, so he's very spiritually nurturing to me. So in a way, they balance me. They have. I might cry, pot. Sorry. I miss my parents so much. They've taught me to be grateful for everything given to me, and give back. They're very generous people, even though people hate on them or take advantage of them. They're still very forgiving, and I wouldn't be here without them. I wouldn't be as strong without them. And the more I'm without them, this is actually the first time I've been away from home, away from family, and living alone. So it's definitely a learning curve. It's made me stronger in a way, and I'm very thankful that they were able to push me, because if they knew this wasn't meant for me, and if they knew I couldn't handle it, then I wouldn't be here. So they are definitely teachers of my life and mentors of my life as well.
And seeing the path that they've paved for you, also inspiring you to reach out more to the community is also a big factor in you joining.
They're very big on helping everyone around them. They their biggest pride is having a private healthcare company in England, and which allowed them to take care of the elderly back home. And to me, that was just so heartwarming that we were able to give back to those who are already given their lives for the earth and for the world, as well as they were lacking in awareness of what they could do for their community, the earth, and their health. They were depleting, and they wish they did more. As well as, well, we were not only able to help the elderly, but people from abroad, people in the Philippines, people in Dubai. We did do sponsorships to allow people to come and have a better life in England. And I just can't imagine how life would be like without my parents and what they've achieved. Even though I'm their daughter, I'm just so proud of what they've been able to achieve with their own two hands. They weren't given any resources, they weren't given any guide to be able to do and achieve what they've already done. They did that on their own, and that's why I feel like it's my turn.
Correct. So talagang from my observation, your family is really into community service. Now, as for your part, it's going to be on an environmental scale naman, di ba? Reaching out and helping people be more aware of how else we can nourish the environment. So, if you win the crown, Keren, how do you plan to use your voice to create change? Because, well, I'm sure you're also aware that for this edition of Miss Philippines Earth, this is their 25th anniversary edition, and it's really a level up, I would say, in terms of preparation, even the caliber of the candidates. There are front runners, you're competing against comeback queens as well. How do you feel about that?
I believe it's not just about where you came from, but what you deem to be true, and your intentions and your purity of what you want to do for the earth. Me, myself, I am a Lady Ambassador of FAPI, being the Frontliners Association of the Philippines Incorporation, and we do non-stop for the environment, and we try and help out within the community, and every sponsor or organization that we partner up with, we get them involved, because it's just about taking part, and that is what makes the earth go round, honestly. With my advocacy, I tend to go towards self-sufficiency. I want to teach people about doing things your own and being able to do so without relying on anyone else. With my recent project with Miss Earth being the project management task, being the Green Leaders in Action, me and my group were able to overcome a lack of awareness in recycled single-use plastics and making them into plant pots to teach the younger generations to have their own understanding of growing their own foods, because if they're able to learn from young, then they will be able to apply it when they're older. And to me, if I were to see a greener and greater earth when even past the pageant, even after the pageant, and something that I did implemented in their hearts, then that to me is a job well done.
It really starts from making people aware, no? Because regardless or no matter how good your project is, if not many would be aware of the activities being done, it's just going to be put on the shelves. So, okay, so ngayon naman, well, let's take a quick break by going through our quick-fire questions a la Miss Philippines Earth. Are you ready, Keren?
Yes, ready.
Okay, so Keren, plantita or beach cleanup buddy?
For me, it would be plantita po. It's something I dream about for sure.
Bayong o eco bag?
Eco bag for sure.
Ukay-ukay queen or fashionista with a cause?
Depends on my mood. I think for now, fashionista with a cause.
Save water or save electricity?
Save water, because you can make water with electricity, but you can't make electricity without. Wait, sorry, you can't. Sorry, I would save water purely because water is a natural resource. Electricity, you'll have to make it using a natural resource.
Okay. One thing you refuse to throw away?
One thing I refuse to throw away are reusable bags and Tupperware.
One thing in your bag that's eco-friendly?
Can I show you?
Okay, sure.
Actually, yes.
Ano ba yan?
I have. I always have.
Eco bag.
That's
Oh,
why I
okay.
said eco bag earlier.
Oh,
I
okay.
always carry an eco bag because I don't know when I need to go shopping. So
Okay.
I actually have a concern because in the UK, but we of course we have to pay for our plastic bags, but here we don't. And people package your bags for you. And every time I go to the grocery store, I always have this and say, Ate, can you put it in here instead so I
Okay.
don't use the plastic bag? So
Uh-huh.
yes, this would be the one.
So ang kanyang LV bag ay may laman. Eco bag.
Yes.
Diba? A terno is brown your
yes, I love
favorite
brown.
color.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so if you could be a plant, what would you be?
Oh, I love that question, Paul. With explanation as well, I would be a mango tree solely because one, it's my favorite fruit. Two, because it's the fruit of the Philippines, correct?
Yes.
And three, I want to be a mango fruit because my fruit will be able to be shared by plenty. And my skills and my attributes and my resources aren't for me. They're for everyone to be shared to.
Ayan. At syempre masarap ang mango graham.
Yes, my favorite. Cheers!
Yeah, cheers. And of course, Miss Philippines Earth in one hashtag.
Hashtag journey. For sure. It's definitely been a journey for me. And I just can't wait for me. Not for the end, but for the next chapter.
Yes. Been doing very, very well, Karen, in terms of representing the Filipino community of England, United Kingdom. What's your message to young girls watching who dream of joining Miss Philippines Earth someday?
Not just to the girls in United Kingdom or Philippines, but around the world. Miss Philippines Earth is definitely a charity and advocacy led pageant. If there's something you're passionate about, I definitely encourage you to join Miss Earth. It's something that I have grown with the girls and I. We've grown together as one, not just for ourselves, but for the Earth. We try and advocate good things and distance ourselves from other bad things that leads to the discouragement of bad things for the earth, such as less waste and more, not so much on ultra-processed foods being my advocacy. I want to better the lives, the mindset and the lifestyle of people. And I feel like if that's what your intent is and your purity, join Miss Earth Philippines.
Karen, we will not let you go without asking this question.
Yes.
So, why should you be the next Miss Philippines Earth?
I should be the next Miss Philippines Earth because I come from far away. There's many things that I have experienced and I have gone through that some Filipinas haven't. And me being both Filipina and being British, it has given me two platforms, two cultures and two knowledges from what I can bring to Miss Earth Philippines. And I just want to show the earth and the world that barriers from nationality shouldn't defect or limit your advocacies and your pride and stride to pageantry, whether that be winning the crown or taking up the responsibility of the crown. That is something that I wish that I can portray with winning the crown, of course. Thank you. It's not goodbye, it's till next time. However, my name is Keren Siapno and I'm representing the Filipino community of England, United Kingdom, and I would just like to invite everyone here to Okada Mandala, August 10th, the coronation night of Miss Earth Philippines, and you can follow all platforms on Miss Philippines Earth on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed speaking with you, Paul. Yes, my social medias, it's just my name, Paul. It's quite easy. It's Keren Siapno on Instagram and Facebook. I'm constantly thinking about them and missing family back home. And I'm 23, but I still miss my mom. Is that bad?
So you're closer to your mom?
If in a way, yes, but because I feel like most dads, they have to show like a big pride and that they're strong for their family. But in a way, my dad, I'm gonna cry again. No. I already cried though. My dad is very closed, but in a way, it's him protecting me because he doesn't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
He behind the scenes, but he is soft. I know it because my handler tells me. So before coming here, my dad was like to him, "Take care of her. She's my baby. She's my princess." And when he told me that, I felt like I've never heard him say that in person to me. If I feel like I wouldn't know what to do if he said that to me straight, because I would think it's not him speaking, it's someone else. But he's very spiritually led, so he's definitely my spiritual guide when it comes to me and my religion. But he's definitely a mentor in life. Both my parents, of course.
So this journey really means a lot.
It really does. The more I go into Miss Earth, the more I felt like it was meant to be. Because actually, the first pageant I joined wasn't my calling. Miss Earth was, and I feel like now I understand. Now I see what this path was meant. This path was truly meant for me, and to know more about myself than I ever could if I didn't join.
Only child ka ba?
No po. I have other siblings. I have an ate, kuya, and ading may bunso po.
So what did they say? I mean, after knowing na you are joining Miss Philippines Earth and you're gonna be away from them like for more than 3 months?
My brother is involved because he works with my parents, and every time my parents call me, he's always there in the background, and he was always giving me advice. But even if it's harsh advice, he's doing it as an older brother. My ate, I don't really get calls from her, but I feel like she's in her own world. Yeah, but I know she means well. Hi, ate. Do you know I'm on TV? And then my bunso po, before leaving, he told me, "Are you a celebrity out there?" I was like, I don't, not in a way that you think, baby, but I truly miss every single one of them, even though they haven't reached out or I don't speak to them every day, but I miss them so much. Even my cat, well, I'm a fur mom. I have a cat. We have 5 cats actually, but I have one that's for me. He was sick before I left, so I feel like he missed me. He got sick only as I left, so I feel really bad, but he's getting better now thanks to my parents.
Yeah, but you know, what I'm getting from you is because your family, you are receiving an enormous support from your family, from your friends, from your team. This journey is a lot easier, and it doesn't feel like a pageant, a competition, because you know the purpose is already there, and that makes it easy.
It just gives me a platform to portray what I was already doing to begin with.
Yeah,
that's it.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, we got it.
And cut.
And cut.